Here we're going to look at example 3, write a system of equations. So we have a word problem, which is everybody's favorite, and we're told that Monisha and Holly have 14 more days to finish reading the same novel for a class. Monisha is currently on page 96, so let's make a note of that. So Monisha is on page 96, and Holly is on page 6. Okay, so Monisha is on page 96, Holly is on page 6. Monisha plans to read 9 pages each day. All right, so she's on page 96. Each day we're going to add 9 more pages, and 9 times x would make sense because based on the number of days. So it's always good to try to figure it out as you go and then just go back and check it. And then while Holly plans to read 20 pages a day. So Holly plans to read 20 pages each day. Let's get rid of that. So 20 pages each day, she'll read 20 times x. That will tell me how many pages she has. Assuming Holly and Monisha both maintain their reading plan, when will Holly catch up with Monisha? So Holly's reading at a faster pace, so most likely she will catch up at some point. Who will finish reading the novel first? Well, let's see. So Monisha is going to be equal to, wrong color. Monisha will say is equal to 96 plus 9x, and we could say y is equal, y being the total number of pages, and Holly would be y equals 6 plus 20x. So let's plot these. Now, take note that this graph that's going to come up on the calculator first probably isn't going to make a whole lot of sense because of our window range, but the table we can use. So if I do type those in and hit graph, that graph does not help me much at all. So what I am going to do is I'm going to change the window. So click on the window up top, and we're going to change our x min to, let's go with -1 and 10. I'm just pulling the numbers that are on the graph. X scale will be by 1. Your y minimum, we're starting at 0. My y max, this is going up to 200. I'm actually going to go up to 220 because that's how many pages are in the book. You could stay at 200, it won't make too much of a difference. And then my y scale, I'm going up by 20s, so I'll do that. All right, and now if I hit graph, that graph will make a whole lot more sense. And do note that eventually Holly will pass Monisha. So let's pull some numbers. We do not want negatives. There's no negative days here. So we can look to start at 0, which we already know that Monisha is at 96. So we'll pull a couple more points. I'm going to go every 2 days. So 2 days is 114. So it's not going to be perfect, but let's try to be accurate. 4 days is 132. So that'll be somewhere in there. 6 days was 150. That's a good one. Or actually, it falls right in between. My screen is not doing well today. So right there. No, that's not right. Should be going 6 150. So 6 150 is going to be here. And then it goes up to 10. So let's find our final point. 10 186. So 10 and 186 will be somewhere here. So let's just connect that, draw a line. It's going to keep going because she will continue to read. She's only at 186 pages at this point. Let's take a look at Holly. So Holly is going to be starting at 6 pages, so that is way down here. She's been slacking. And then we'll do every other point again. So 246. Let's go 486. Again, you might be able to do this pretty easily. Maybe fast forward the video or pause the video to pull these points and then continue after that. I'm going to jump to, I'm going to jump to 866. So now that's pretty close. They're almost at the same point. So 8 would be 186, and then at 10, she's at 206, so that's going to be here. So let's connect these, draw a line, something like that. All right, so now At some point around here is when Holly is going to pass Monisha, right? Her kind of line winds up being higher than Monisha's. We don't know exactly what point that is. We don't care exactly what time it is, but it does look like it happens at some point on day 8 or 9. It's going to be right after day 8. So Monisha, well, the question is, assuming they maintain the reading plan, when will Holly catch up with Monisha? We could say sometime between day 8 and 9. Who will finish reading the novel first? Well, in this case, Holly will finish first. Once she gets ahead before they hit the 220 pages, so Holly will finish the novel first. All right, won't go into too much more detail than that. You should be familiar with plotting the points, finding their intersection point, and finding a solution. But yeah, you should be good.